I wouldn't. So today we're going to explore the fairgrounds a little bit more, and we're going to look at the haunted house, the coconut shy, and the cakewalk, which we don't really have in England. But if you've ever seen the movie Grease, it's the thing that they dance on at the end, and it kind of moves like this, and you have to walk along it. The haunted house. Let's start there. Now, who would be up for a haunted house? I wouldn't. I really don't like ghost trains or haunted houses or anything like that. I have been pulled onto them way too many times though. And you know what? I got through it, but it's not my favourite thing. Challenges can come in many forms at secondary school. Perhaps for you, it will be an academic challenge. Things like doing homework or getting things right or just the work. For some of you, it might be like more about behaviour. So there's challenges in how you behave because suddenly secondary school is a little bit different and you have to behave differently and wear your uniform in a certain way, and there's other rules. For some of you, maybe your challenges are more in the social side of things. The things that you're worried about are around making friends or boyfriends and girlfriends or things like that. Maybe those are more of your challenges. Or maybe you're worried about bullying. Maybe you've heard some rumours. Or maybe your main challenge is just going to be getting up in the morning. But challenges can be overcome. So I'm not putting these out there like a haunted house to scare you. I'm putting these out there to show you how challenges can be overcome. Challenges are a bit like when changes get hard. And sometimes we can face a challenge and it feels a little bit like we're the coconut on the coconut shy and we just get knocked down onto the floor, and it just sometimes feels hard. Sometimes our challenges are more around our emotions and how we feel. I wonder which of those challenges relates to you. I want to tell you this: you are not a coconut on a coconut shy. If you get knocked down by something, if something feels too difficult, it's not the end of your story. Now, the times I have gone into a haunted house or gone on a ghost train, the best times those have happened is because we're in a group of friends and we're having a giggle and it's just funny. I don't think I'd ever go on them on my own, but maybe some of you would you? But the point is this: it's together where we can help each other overcome challenges. Like, let me give you an example. I wonder how many people here would love, if I said to you, here's a challenge and it's a sports challenge and there's a big army wall outside and I want you to climb it and do boot camp. I wonder how many of you, hands up, would be up for that. Or maybe I set you a reading challenge and say over summer you've got to read 10 books. Who'd be up for that? Or perhaps it's a writing one. I ask you to create a piece of writing or a short story. Who'd be up for that? Or a maths challenge, anyone? Or a computer game, or maybe even a baking challenge. I'd be up for that. Some of us respond to challenges with yes, pick me. And sometimes we respond to challenges with woohoo, someone else could take the place first. Now, some of us are naturally built for challenge. We just enjoy it. We'll take on any challenge just because we would. And some of us are more picky with which challenge we would take on. And some of us don't want to take on challenge at all, but the problem with that is challenges help us to grow. And I'm going to tell you 2 stories from my life to show you how that is true. So my friend phones me up one day and she says, we are going to go and do the monster at Betshanger. I'm like, great, what's that? And she says, it's okay, it's all booked in. We're going to go and do it as a group, and it's a 400-metre inflatable obstacle course. This is me. But I was booked on, and part of me didn't want to say no. And so I ended up meeting up with this group of people, some of who I knew and some of who I didn't. And I was really scared because I thought, I don't know if I can do this. And I was looking at this group of people thinking, wow, some of you look really athletic and really fit. And I go to the gym, but I'm not that good at these things. And how do I not get left behind? The countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. And I get over the first obstacle and I'm like, okay, I've done one, that's cool. And we're kind of laughing because it is funny. You're on a bouncy castle for 400 metres. And we go for a few obstacles and I'm doing okay because they're quite low level. And then we get to this wall and I'm thinking, well, I don't think I can do that. Like, I can't bounce high enough. I don't think I can scramble. Like, how do we do this? And then the next thing I know, I'm being helped up by someone else and we're helping each other. And then I'm grabbing someone and we're pulling each other up. And we're working as a team. And what I realised was sometimes there were things, obstacles that I found really easy and I was able to help someone else get over. And sometimes there were ones that I found difficult and I was helped with. Overcoming challenges. One of the best ways to do it is as a team. You know, I always get asked by young people, what if I get lost in a secondary school? And I say, do you know what? In most times in year 7 you will be going from class to class as a group, so stick together as a class. That's if you're even moving around, but move together as a class, finding a group and being part of a team together to start overcoming some of the challenges, because some people in your class will have big sisters or big brothers in the school and they'll know a few things about the school that maybe you don't, and also in many of your schools, in the Abbey, in QE, in Oasis, in the Sitting Bull School, we've trained peer mentors, people who will be looking out for you and helping you as you grow in secondary school. You can overcome challenges, and one of the ways that you can overcome challenges is as a team. And the second thing is also gym related. So over lockdown, this is all I've had when it comes to weights, and I could have gone and bought some new ones, some bigger ones, but this is what I've got. So it's 150. It's not that much, and it's certainly not what I was lifting in the gym. And when I went back to the gym, when they reopened again, I didn't start with a 7.5. I took a slightly bigger one, although not as heavy as I was used to when I went to the gym. But I know over time, as I progress, as I keep doing those exercises, as I keep moving those muscles and growing those muscles, I know that eventually I will build muscle and this will feel like nothing. Challenges are like life muscle. And sometimes we will need to ask for help. And we'll put some names at the end of places that you can go to help, and you can come to us as well. We run youth clubs and we do wellbeing in schools, and you can access us online. You don't have to be alone in your challenge, and the best way to overcome challenges is to work together. So embrace the haunted house in a friendship group. It's okay. You're not a coconut. If you get knocked down by a challenge, you can always get back up again. And that might be through reaching out to an agency, that might be speaking to a teacher, that might be speaking to a parent or to a peer mentor or an older sibling. You can get back up again. There are ways to get back up again. And then finally, the cakewalk. It will be a bit wobbly sometimes in secondary school. It will feel a bit like, oh, I don't know how to stand on this. But I promise you, you will get to the end of that fairground ride and you will win the prize, because challenges can grow us. Stick with your team, find people to talk to, and grow.